All right. So another day, another chance. So today, right? Okay. So today we're doing files and exceptions, right? So that's what you're doing, man. So in this chapter, you learn how to work with files. You learn to read the entire context of file and then work through the contents one line at a time if you need to. You learn to write as much text as you want to a file. You also read about exceptions and how to handle the exceptions as you're likely to see in your programs. Finally, you learn how to store Python data structures so you can save information your users provide, preventing them from having to start over each time they run a program. At 11, you'll learn efficient ways to test your code. This will help you trust that the code you develop is correct and will help you identify bugs introduced as you continue to build on the programs you've written. So let's get to this, man. So as you can see, I debugged. So what this does is it takes everything that you've got, right? As you can see, I've debugged the whole code here. So what I'm doing here is I'm storing stuff info. So that's what was happening here. But it was returning errors saying my encoding is wrong, this and that. So as you can see, my Python debugger is returning those errors. So what I was supposed to do was I was supposed to like right add breaking points here, breaking points there. So we got breaking points here, man. So that's what they've got. Got breaking points, and then as you can see, the terminal is running my code here, right? So that's what's being ran. So my code in the terminal. So that's that. Oh, so yeah. Right. So as you can see here, as you can see, my terminal pretty much picks up everything. So I got your path equals path username JSON. So in my username, right? Username.json, right? As you can see, I got Eric, right? My username, as you can see, it's Eric that I got there, right? Okay. So for Eric, right, okay. Username, 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 username. Come on now. Okay, so as you can see here, as you saw for my JSON, I had a folder called JSON that stored a name called Eric, right? So from path lib import path, so I'm gonna import a path, right? So I'm gonna import JSON from the path. So in that path, right? So path is gonna equal path with capital letters. So username.json, right? Then context equals path.read underscore text, right? So that's what I've got. So path.read underscore text, right? So username equals json.loads context, right? So print string welcome back, curly brackets username. So that's what I've got. So username.json. So this is pretty much, so what's this referring to? It's referring to the username that I've got, right? So I got the username.json, my JSON file. So it's taking that name and it's referring to it. Then step over, go to my contents equals path that read underscore text to read text, right? And then username JSON loads contents. Let me check if everything is set there. I don't care about the error, man. But that read underscore text, right? Username equals JSON that loads contents. Then print f string welcome back under f string username, and then yeah. So that's what I've got. That's pretty much it. So I pretty much ran my debugger there. That's pretty much my debugger, right? So that's my debugger. So I got storing data, right? So storing data, and then for storing data, I've got grid users. So as you can see, for grid users, I got welcome back, Eric. So it's importing JSON. So JSON's got Eric, the name Eric, right? So that's going to be imported into the string f string here. As you remember, what an f string does is it takes everything, joins them together, but separates them at the same time. So that's an f string, and then as you can see, you have no white spaces in them. Then username from our JSON folder gets added in. So that's what you've got, man. So that's what you've got here, man. So that's what you've got. Yeah. So yeah. So this username is from our JSON file, using that JSON file, Eric, right? So you're going to import it via our import function. We're going to import it into our F string, and then as soon as that happens, with everything that happens in regards to our path, right? Our class, which is path username.json, then contents, right? Which is our variable method, variable module function, variable print f string welcome back that has username. So all of this is going to lead to us printing this out in the terminal. Welcome back, Eric. Right. So that's what you've got here, man. So that's what you've got. So number reader. So let's go on to number reader. So number reader, it's got numbers.json, right? So you got a number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Right, it's pretty much the same thing as the last time. So what does is imports via JSON, imports our numbers. Right, path equals path numbers.json, context equals path dot read underscore text. The numbers equals JSON that loads contents. So print numbers. Right, described with our variable, our class, and pretty much our import function, our contents variable method, right? Variable module function variable, then print out numbers. So this what this pretty much does is imports our JSON, right? Oh my goodness. And then via our Python folder, it prints out via importing stuff from our JSON into our Python folder. I'm gonna return this code, this number. So that's what we're gonna return. So yeah, so that's pretty much what you're doing. that's what you pretty much have, and then it prints out the numbers. The number writer, right? So obviously we don't have, so we numbers number writer. So same thing here, import JSON, right? So importing everything from here, right? So that's what you've got here, man. So from path lib, import path, import JSON. So you got, so you got your module, this your module, right? Path lib, right? Object oriented file system paths. The numbers variables, right? Then you got your list. Then path equals path, right? So this path is a variable, then that path is a class, right? So what that class does is stores our modules. So context equals JSON dot dumps, right? A function, then numbers variable, path dot write method, right? And then contents variable. That's what you've got. So that's what it's gonna lead to. So yeah, you got numbers, then input JSON, and then yeah, numbers.json, JSON dumps, right? So that's what you've got here. Wait, let me actually search up what that's doing because it's not printing on my terminal. So let me search out what that's doing, man. Number writer, come on now. JSON dumps. Right, so what happens is the numbers that you've got here get dumps, right? JSON dot dumps. So it pretty much like, let me actually search this out, man. On ChatGPT. Let me search this on ChatGPT here. So what does is takes a Python formatted so 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 what so what it does is takes a Python object, converts it into JSON formatted string. So that's what it does, right? So path.write text contents. So that's what's happening here, man. So yeah. And then let's go over to reading from a file. Okay, so yeah. Right, so test survey, then yeah. So reading from a file. So right, we've got reading from a file. Right, so file reader pi digits dot. So from pathlet import path. So path equals path. So this variable is going to equal to this class with pi digits text. Context equal path dot read text. Lines equals context dot split lines. For line in lines, right? Print line. Yeah, I know it sounds generic. So for the variable in the variable, right? String, variable string, I'm gonna print line, right? Which is a variable. So you're gonna print out so for the variable, you're gonna print out the variable string, right? Via print brackets line, and then yeah, that's what it's gonna do. So you're gonna do that pi p. So that's okay. So you got text, right? So you got this text. So this text, right? What's gonna happen? So what PI digits text, right? What's gonna happen is the path that includes it, right? It's gonna be PI digits, right? As a path is gonna be included, and then you got split lines, right? See what split lines is? Returns a list of the lines in the string, breaking at line boundaries. Line breaks are not included in the result list. Let's keep ends is given and true. So that's what you've got. So enter your birthday in the form of that. So follow reader. So you've got follow reader here. Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. So you got file reader. Accidentally went to like PI birthday. So you got file reader, right? File reader dot py. So as you can see here, for P, so the path right included these digits, right? So what's gonna happen here is this path right is gonna include it. So pi underscore digits dot text, right? And then just gonna return. So what you've got here is what's gonna be printed out there. So I'm printing out there. So that's what's gonna be returned. So path pi digits dot text context equal path dot read text. So that's that. And then for pi birthday, you've got a for loop, right? So from path import path. So you got our variable equals equating to our class. And it's in our class, right? But the name of the class path pi million dot underscore digits dot txt path dot read underscore text lines equals context dot split lines pi string equals for loop line in lines pi string plus equal to line dot a method, right? Then birthday equals input into your birthday in the form of mmddyy, an if statement. If birthday in pi string, if you got birthday in pi string print, your birthday appears in the first million digits of pi, or else print your birthday does not appear in the first million digits of pi. You got an if else statement there. As you can see here, whoa. Yeah, it's a million digits here, man. I don't know if you can see this little meter. So you got a million digits here. This is gonna be impossible to actually go down. So I might as well not even try. It's impossible, man. Yeah, this is impossible, man. So these are different digits. So these digits, right? So if your birthday appears in the first million digits of PY, also your birthday does not appear in the first million digits of PY. So if you do, so within the first digits of PY, your birthday has to appear. Also doesn't, right? So from path lib import path, right? Father's well. Tell me. Right. So as you can see, you got it from path lib import path. So path equals path pi million digits dot txt. Context equal path dot read underscore text. So lines equals, so you got variable lines equals variable split lines returns a list of the lines in string breaking align boundaries pi string variable. Then you got the empty one, so for loop line in lines variable, and then you got variable lines, which is pretty much a string variable pi string. A line, then you got the else strip returns a copy of the string leaving white space to remove. If chars is given and not none, remove characters in chars instead. And then you got print f string pi string square brackets 52, then print length pi string. So 52. So that's what you've got here, man. So you've pretty much got pi string dot py. Yo. So that's what you've got. So you got file reader. Yeah. Months 08 days 18 2025. Oh, your birthday does not appear in the first million digits of PY. Oh damn, denied. So my birthday, so he my else, so we pretty much using the else condition of your birthday does not appear in the first million digits of PY. Yeah. Well, that sucks, bro. Well, that's sad. Okay. Then onto our last one. Onto our last one, write message.py. What did I just do? No. So we gotta write underscore message.py. So from pathlib import path context equal I love programming dot. And so what this does, it takes this to the next line underneath context plus equals. So this retains I love program but adds it onto it with I love create new games. Same thing here. The context plus equals I love working with data, and then you got path equals path program dot text path dot write underscore text and contents. Right, so that's what you've got. Yeah. So as you can see, so write message.py. So write message.py. So as you can see here, it's supposed to pop up though. But as you guys saw with my terminal workings, what was done. So what I'll do is I'll import values from JSON to my Python file, and through my Python file, I'll use those values from there, right? So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Obviously, partial programs, it's everything that we've done. So you have partial programs, but it's all the stuff that we've been working on. Then you got exceptions. Exceptions the same thing as what we had here. So try accept else division underscore calculator. Let me try this calculator for yeah. So division calculator. So you got a division calculator. So what you got here is While it's true, first number equals input first number, so you can if statement, if try statement actually. First number is a strict equal operator to Q break. Second number, same thing, break. Answer, try answer equals integer first number divided by integer second number except zero division error print you can't divide by zero. So it's zero division error. Second argument to division or modular operation was zero. So if the second argument to a division or modular operation was zero, you can't divide by zero. So you can else statement print answer. So else, right? Hey, if you don't get this, you're gonna get this, which is the answer. You're gonna be printing out the answer. 10. Second number 2, 20. Second number 10, 30. Second number 15, 2. So as you can see here, this is a division calculator, which is pretty much dividing everything that you've got here, right? Yeah. Okay. Come on. At least dot py. File text has about 2,905 to 9,594 words. If string, sorry, the path does not exist. Point. The path has about number of words. Try. Try except else. So, so you pretty much got a variable, class, then you got module. So this takes everything that you've got here, right? It takes everything that you've got here. So for at least that text took everything, imported via our path, imported into our Python file, right? Read underscore text. Try this, read text, right? Encoding, so you can encode the text. Except, sorry, the file not found error. Sorry, the file path does not exist. Else count the approximate number of words in the file. Words equals context dot split, right? So you got then you got number of words, length words, if string the file has about number of words that, and then yeah, that's what you've got. And then you got word count here. Yeah, man, I'm hungry. I don't worry, this is my last one, and then I'll be done, bro. Damn, this is taking long, bro. Okay, word count. Fuck. Word count. Taking the word count here for little woman. So it's taking little woman, right? Okay, so it's taking little woman. And the thing that we've had here, we can apply here, right? So try except pass, except for accepts this file that's not found would initiate pass, try context dot path dot read text encoding. So you got try, right? Reading all the text and encoding it, then else count the approximate number of words in the files in each file, take the length of the words. So you can take the file path as about number of words encased in curly brackets, so number of words, length, words. So Alice.txt, Siddhartha, text mobydick.txt, littlewoman.txt, for loop file name in file names, path, right? File name got variable, class, variable, count words, function, variable. So that's what we've got. So yeah, that's what we have here, man. So file at least that takes about 29,594 words. File mobi underscore dig.tx is about 215,864 words. File little underscore women.txt has about 189,142 words. So that's what we're sitting with here. So that's what we've got here. So yeah, I mean that's all you have to do, man. So pretty much thrash through everything. You got partial programs. These are like partial programs, like side programs that I don't need to worry about, additional programs I don't need to worry about, and yeah. So yeah, I mean that's what we've got, you know. So until this time, take care, Lord bless, and it's Amelia. Thanks very much for navigating my video. We finished now, or I'm finished on my side. I still need to navigate your video, so I'll be able to do so. So otherwise, on my side, I'm fine. I'm 100%, and thank you. Thank you, Kabelo. You're welcome. I'm gonna navigate your video